and this vlog is talking about marketing dynamics. That is how companies are using marketing to make sure that their companies are or their brands are being recognized. So first and foremost, marketing can be defined as the processes or the procedures the companies undertake to be able to reach their customer market or their customer base through advertising, sales promotion, and among others. So first and foremost, continue. My analysis will be based on Kentucky Fried Chicken, which is KFC, and KFC is a wholly subsidiary and fast food restaurant. It was established in 1930 by the Colonel Harlan Sanders and Peter Harman, and KFC's headquarters can be found in the USA, America, and also some of their products that they provide or that they produce to their customers. You can get a fried chicken, the milkshake, some hamburgers, some salads, and among others. And some competitors of KFC, you can mention McDonald's, we can mention Pizza Hut, and among others. So continuing my company, the marketing strategies or the marketing theories that will be used to analyze this is the marketing strategy, that is the STP, the SWOT, the consumer behavior, and then we'll look at some practical implications. So starting with the marketing strategy, the KFC takes into account the demographic factors. That is when it comes to the segmentation, when they are segmenting their market. KFC's products don't have any age range. They produce to people or from infant to old age people. And as you can see, as people age also and as people age and change, their needs and wants also change. So basically, whatever an infant or a child or a junior would want will be different from what an elderly person or the old age people would also want, and also offering economic meals that attract low to middle class. So this basically means that their product or their foods are so cheap or so affordable that people who even earn low income can be able to buy or can be able to purchase their product. So continuing, this is the SWOT analysis that we did for KFC. So when you look at some of the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities that KFC can ponder on in the market to stay competitive. So when we look at the strength, they are the marketing of the herbs and spices. So this is one particular product line or one particular attribute that they are adding to their line of products that they are producing to their customers. So they are marketing this so that people will get to know when it comes to their health and safety, they can purchase that one also. Yes, and also when you look at some of the weaknesses of KFC, unreliable supplies, negative publicity, high employee turnover. So then if their suppliers are not able to produce to them on time, then it means they are not able to go, they won't be able to give back to their customers what they want. So if their suppliers are unreliable, then it will really affect them, and that will be a very strong weakness against the company, because as we are talking, maybe other competitors may be having that reliable suppliers, so they will always surpass them. So therefore, for them to stay competitive, they need to make sure that their suppliers are reliable, and they can produce them whatever they want just in time. And we look at some threats also, and we can take into consideration the inflation rate that is going across in the country, that is going across in the world. We can look at lawsuits against KFC. So if any, maybe some rules and regulations may not be able to go in line with what KFC was. So if in as much as they are operating, they need to make sure that they are following all rules. If that lawsuits or that regulations doesn't go according to, then it means it's going to serve as a threat to them, and also the number of saturated fast food in the developing market. So other companies or other fast food restaurants are also opening. So it's making the market become very saturated. That will also serve as a threat, and some opportunities that KFC can also ponder on, so increasing demand for healthier KFC meals. So hereby people are now particular about the way they eat their health and other stuff. So then they have to make sure that they produce to them what foods that are healthier to their life, healthier to their well-being. So we move on to the KFC's the consumer behavior, and with this one I use the Ben Sahar happiness model. This model basically talks about humans do not need everything they believe they need. Happiness is almost about enjoying what you have now. So if KFC is able to produce to their customers what they have now, then they are happy. It means that they will always come back in future to what, to make their what, them to make purchase again. So if KFC is able to provide to their customers and be happy at that particular moment for that particular short period, and being happy comes in so many ways. It can be the customer service, it can be the food, it can even be the payment method that they use in the restaurant. So this model basically talks about consumers being happy and if they're happy, it means that they will always come back to what, to make purchase. They always come back to what, buy. And if it continues like that, it means KFC is being able to what, produce very well to their customers, and their customers are happy, and that is whereby it moves from customer satisfaction to customer delight, because they are always happy whenever they come to the restaurant to buy, and whenever they make purchase from any KFC outlets across the world. So this is also about their distribution channel, because KFC, as we all know, it's a franchise. As its headquarters is in the US, all outlets that they are franchising, so they have a particular procedure when it comes to their distribution channel, and from the suppliers to the producers to the consumers. So KFC becomes the producer, so they produce, or they make sure that the end product gets to the customers very, very well, in good shape, in good health. They serve them with the best of quality, and before those products or those materials are brought to the restaurants or anything, they make sure that the suppliers would supply to them very well. They make sure that they comply with the standards of, or with the rules and regulations, whatever the franchisor was what is telling them to do. And also we can look at some external environment analysis that KFC can use to make sure that their company stands firm, or their company is competitive on the market. So this particularly is some of the external environment analysis that which we can take into consideration: the PES, the PESO, the PISO, the EPESO, the ecological. But with mine, I'm focusing on PESO, whereby the political is talking about the government rules that is governing the country when it comes to the restaurant industry, or when it comes to the food industry. So with this one, if the company is not able to comply by the rules and regulations of that particular government, then it means the company is going to run very low, as the company is going to collapse, because if they are not able to meet the standard of the regulations, then it means they are always going to suffer in the industry, and they cannot stay in that particular industry or that particular market. And when it comes to the technological aspect, it means that KFC needs to make sure that as the world is advancing in technology, you need to always make sure that they have the right tools and equipment that will help them when it comes to their technological aspects, when it comes to how they make their orders, how they make their products known. Yes, and when it comes to the social culture, what is KFC doing when it comes to the society? What are they giving back to the society? So we move on to the practical implications of KFC, and with this one I use the SWOT, which is the strength and areas for opportunities. Yes, so with this one I think when KFC is able to position at all KFC outlets, they have a strong positioning, then it means they are going to be able to gain the competitive advantage. They always need to ensure that they are doing things right, they are producing the best of quality for their product, because as the Ben Sahar model says, when the customers are happy, they always come back and make purchase. So if they gain their competitive advantage by giving a strong positioning in every market, in every retail outlet that they operate, then it means that it will always help the company. It will always make sure that the company is gaining that competitive advantage. Yes, and also, for instance, it is recommended for the management of these outlets to embark on promotional offers to increase sales. So to be able to increase sales, so KFC needs to make sure that they provide or they give promotional offers. They can give promotional offers, giving discounts to their customers so that they can increase their sales, and maybe it can be every 3 months, it can be every 6 months. Yes. Also, KFC's partnership with other brand aids in satisfying KFC audience and promotes management to stock product at these various outlets. So they need to ensure that as they are partnering with their brands, or that they are partnering with other brands, especially KFC is partnering with some transport services that make their deliveries for them. They need to make sure that this partnership is very solid, that it will always make sure that they deliver their goods to their products to their customer or the end users successfully. And when that happens, it means that they are gaining that competitive advantage. The companies or the consumers will always rely and be always confident in purchasing from KFC. So these are some of the opportunities that KFC also can embark on to be able to produce very well for the for their, or to they can capture this or grab this opportunity, and when they do that, it will help the company to gain competitive advantage. So basically all that this is talking about is how the company is going to be able to use all these strategies to be able to strategize themselves well in that particular market or a particular industry that they operate. And this brings you to the end of my presentation. Thank you very much.